Greetings, everybody. Welcome to First Class Escape 2, Head in the Clouds. This is the second game in the series of these escape room style puzzle games that me and my friend Zilly has gone through. As you can see, I have the options menu up for you here. This is the same as the other games. No, it's really nothing new, but yeah, I figured you'd want to see them anyway, as we always do in these games. Beside from that, it is important for me to note that this is not a 100% completion guide. We do finish the game. But we're not doing it for achievements. We're not doing it for 100% completion or getting all collectibles and stuff like that. It is literally just me and my buddy playing through this game and having a blast of it. It took us around 4 hours to beat this game. Obviously, it's going to be edited down so that it's more digestible for you, and I hope that you will enjoy this. So, without much further ado, let's get into the game, shall we? Oh, we're janitors in this one. Or something. I see the character models are as impeccable as ever.
Do you have eyebrows? Kind of.
Slightly, and mustache.
I wouldn't say that we're janitors just because we start in a
Alright,
maintenance room.
guess not. But we did crawl out of a barrel, apparently.
Oh,
We've been unable to contact our agents aboard the LC Icarus. We're sending you to investigate what happened. It is our understanding that the luxury airship is just a facade, and in reality, the egalitarian army, or whatever the fuck that is using the airship as some sort of military research. According to our sources, the airship will next land in Welkenstone on the 16th. You are to masquerade as one of the I have no idea. Stevendors? I have no idea what that is. Like, I guess, work crew or something. Loading cargo onto the ship. And during the loading process, you are to sneak aboard and hide among the cargo until the airship takes off again. Our sources claim that they are planning to empty the ship of all non-essential personnel, so once you're aboard, you should have a relatively easy time sneaking around. Your mission is to figure out what happened to Agent K and V. If they are unable to continue their mission, you are to finish their investigation in what that name I can't pronounce military is researching on the airship. Once you succeed in your task, you are to pass your information to Agent O, who will be waiting for you in one of our hideouts in the Bibsian forest. You can find it in the following coordinates. Hey, you found a crowbar, and you opened the box.
there was, yeah, a crowbar just in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And then I opened the box and got a screwdriver, and now I'm taking the lock off the door.
All right. Well, we escaped from the storage room then.
I was hoping to use the crowbar a
Oh,
different way.
there's a bunch of fuses. Yeah, this isn't Half-Life.
Yes.
There's a bunch of fuses in here on the shelf.
Oh, okay.
I organized them before we started. Uh, oh, sorry. I thought you could zoom in. I guess not. So one minimum 3 amps, and this doesn't make sense right now, to me at least. Oh, here's more. Okay, I see.
Is that a 1 or an I? Or a Roman numeral?
Which one?
Inside this box. You said 1 minimum 3 amps.
I think it's yeah, it's probably I because the other ones are labeled A, B, C, D, so it's an I. Yeah, that's an I. So I says 3 amps. You can see it on the schematic next to it. There's another one. A, B, C, and D is here as well. We have a 3 amp. We have a 3 amp. Oh, we have 1 amps. Let's try and put 3 1 amps in there. I don't know if you have to fill the slot. Don't know. So M is the power supply. That goes directly. I guess we need to open the power supply, get to the power supply first and turn on the power, then we'll go from there, I guess.
Yeah, let's find out what this power kind of does before we start plugging in.
Sure. Got a calendar in here with some stuff marked and some notes. This looks like some schematics. This is the same schematics that's on the cupboard. There's also a note regarding it.
8765432.
What?
That's the code.
For the door?
Yeah.
Okay. I say 8765432. Okay. Nice.
It was on the board.
Oh, nice. I was reading this one. I knew it was a mistake to let those electrician handle the wiring of our new fuse system. The new system was supposed to be set up in such a way to make sure that even if we blew a fuse or two, everything would remain operational. Instead, those idiots screwed up, and it's now a pain to even get some of the doors to open without swapping some fuses around. I should probably go and fix the mistake once I get the chance. Frank. Oh, there's probably some kind of power switch down there or something. E-wing. That's locked. Oh yeah, we are on an airship. Nice. Hey, collectible.
It's an airship.
There's not a deer in this one. Okay. It's A-wing. Something is blocking the door. Oh, here we go. What do we got here? What is this? Or 0. What? Move them. You can move them yourself. Ah, that one. There we go. Oh yeah, no, that's I see you. Cool. A-wing. Oh, there's something blocking the door. This literally says A-wing on it, so it's not for B-wing. Must be...
The fuses.
It must be something to do with the fuses, yeah. I'm gonna leave the key to the A-wing on the couch next to it. Oh, we need to look at the fuses. What's this? If you're gonna keep installing the security device, it would be nice if you let security devices know. Okay, I stored the key to the A-wing inside that. Okay.
I think we need to complete A, B, C, and D to open the A-wing.
B. How does that
We need
work?
just looking at M to O.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
see. Yeah, I see. Because A, C, D, and B goes to the A-wing electrical doors. Otherwise, you'd have to complete G and H, or G and F and B in order to open the door. Well, that makes sense. Need a 3 amp on D. We have that.
Got it.
Yeah, alright. Lovely. Alright, so that was the path to take. E, D, and B was the path to take. Alright. The key. Security office. Yeah, that looks interesting. Guessing you have to fill out the space. Maybe.
Easy.
Okay.
Handcuffs. Here.
Hey.
Some batons for beating people.
Yep, well, it is a security office.
I found another grid code.
Mhm.
I'm guessing it's for the gate between library and guest rooms.
And I'm in the library right now.
Oh boy. Found a bunch of codes.
Uh-huh.
Need to know the date. The calendars are a little bit confusing.
They also have different dates on them. Both, like, Frank and the maids had different date on their calendars.
Yeah, I know. I saw the calendars in the bottom floor, and they were a little bit confusing. Yeah, I've got a briefcase that needs a 4-digit code.
They got a bunch of cylinders with a bunch of rods sticking out of them, with all have different numerical values on them. And some kind of lockbox. Says the Ballad of River Banks.
The grandfather clock has the correct time on it,
Nice.
according to my system clock.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure about this one. Oh, you found another music box? Oh, you have them here, okay. So you have to match the notes of the river bank thing.
No, it was just very close. It's definitely not it.
Oh. This one is another one. What's the bottom?
That sounds right.
There we go. I just changed the combination of the planetarium to global maxima or something. Rank.
What's the something?
That's what he says. Literally what it says. Just change the combination of the planetarium to global maxima or something. It's nothing more than it's a 4-digit combination for the planetarium. There's a book behind this locked case called Planetary Alignment. We'll probably need that at some point soon. Oh wow, this place got tossed.
Yeah, it looks like we need that combination.
Yep.
One of the levers is locked.
Okay.
Alright, you said you saw a book.
Yep. Another puzzle room. It's one of the guest rooms. Oh, there's a suitcase here as well. The lock with a number combination.
Yeah. Saw no hits.
One of the assassin's suitcases was locked. Steve interrogated the man and managed to get him to tell us that the code to the suitcase was the current year. We borrowed the cleaner's master key and searched all of the passengers' room in room 01. We found another one of those cryptographic machines. We found the passenger in room 1 hiding in the library. When he realized we were looking for him, got violent and we had to restrain him. Neither of the assassins told us anything. And we found an emergency landing. Yeah. Oh, okay. There we go. The year is like 1932 or something.
Oh, okay. Where'd you find that?
I brute forced it.
Okay.
1935 is where we're at. It's the date. Apparently. I literally just put it to 1930 and then just went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 until it opened. So, I figured we would be in like the 1930s thingamajig. Oh Jesus, that's a lot of parts. How strong is your Tetris game?
I am not a Tetris expert, but definitely decent.
Uh-huh. Oh boy. I haven't even looked at all of these.
Yeah, I gotta need to see all the pieces before.
Oh, I was talking about the notes that were in here as well. Seems they have relatively decent security here. While the security office are quite incompetent, they are using all sorts of unusual looking and locks and security devices that cannot be simply lockpicked. Additionally, I overheard them talking about some sort of hidden safes, so we should probably try to locate them. I've also noticed that there seem to be a lot of people moving around during the night, especially in B-Wing. I recommend that we focus on going through the rooms in A-Wing from what I understand, there seems to be something hidden in the library, so we might want to start your investigation there, V. And then there's some kind of card that says 11-6 on it. It looks like a key card. Monday 2B D8, Tuesday C5, Wednesday E1 G2, Thursday E2 C6, Friday G1, Saturday B2, D3 H7, and Sunday A6 and G7.
We need to know what day of the week it is before we can solve this.
Yeah. You already like no, that's just from the date you like what the key combination here was.
Well, there was a range of dates, so yeah, I found that.
16-6. That would be Friday then.
No, it's not.
Hmm? Oh,
Not
it's
necessarily
Sunday.
16.
Right, Sunday. I see.
So I'll tell you the one that worked.
Okay. Which one worked?
Gotta go grab it.
Okay.
3-6 to 9-6 is the one that worked.
Hmm?
So the date is June 3rd to June 9th.
Okay.
Somewhere between the June 3rd and June 9th. So
It doesn't make any sense.
here's the card.
Mm-hmm.
That key combination worked on the door.
Okay.
Which means the date is currently between June 3rd and June 9th. So any calendar that doesn't say currently June.
I mean, that can't be right because we literally have a calendar here a journal here that says June 16th. We landed in Weskowitz. We were instructed to hand over the assassins to the local police. All non-essential personnel exited the ship, and the airship is continuing to Hafenbooth without us. It's the 16-6.
No, that was the code that worked on the other door.
Well, maybe they hadn't had chance to change the code because they were told to change the move away from the ship.
When did they get off? I'm trying to read this. June 15th?
June 16th, I think. They got off.
Yeah.
Which would be Sunday.
Alright, A6 and G7.
Because I doubt we stayed here for longer than a day. So, I would imagine that it's Sunday.
Oh, you found some symbols?
Yeah, but I haven't seen any of those symbols around. Like...
What about that puzzle at the very end of the residential passenger area?
What? Which puzzle? What are we talking about?
End of the passenger area.
No, I have no numbers for it. I have no idea what to aim for with that one, unless.
I have to see the
Oh, I
what
think
you're looking at.
I think I know what we need to do. Okay, for this one, we have to get everything to be in the correct right. So I already have the answer to that one. Just need to actually. Okay, I see now. So currently that's lighting that way. That can't be lit, so we need to turn. Nice.
Alright. I think my cover might be blown. I was doing some investigating in the library tonight when cleaning. The lady entered the room. I was in the middle of messing with the planetarium, but I'm not sure how much she saw since I immediately stopped when I heard her enter the room. She just told me to leave the library and go to sleep, so it might be okay. However, if she tells security officers about this, they might figure out what I was doing. If you do not receive any more messages from me, then follow the backup plan.
Okay, what's the backup plan?
Us. We are the backup plan.
Oh, okay. Oh.
So here's the clue that it actually provides. There was a mad king in Tankerned against whom his knights turned. When the blood moon shone that day, he did not fear the grave and had the whole castle burned.
Okay. It sort of makes sense, but I have no idea where to use that passphrase to. I know the symbols because I've seen the symbols, but I don't think you can actually click those symbols. We'll try and see if I can click those symbols. Oh yeah, okay, there is. You can click these symbols. Alright, so there was a mad king, you say. Against whom his own knights turned. Then when the blood moon shone that day, he didn't fear the grave. And the whole castle burned. Yeah, maybe. The one was a mad king in tourniquet, so that's definitely the king symbol. Oh, that wouldn't be a blood moon. The blood moon would be red. Right, so we want the...
Alright, Mad King, Knights,
Yep,
Blood Moon,
yep,
Grave,
yep.
Castle, Burned.
Well, yeah. There we go.
Alright, another key card.
Oh, okay.
This one is 610.
Alright, I'm gonna go back to trying to solve this one in here. Oh, I see.
Yep, I see the solution.
Yep, you just need to move the one. No, you don't need. Yeah, you need to twist the. Yeah, you can do that as well. You could also just twist the red and then. Yeah. There you go. Nice. That was a bit complicated. Okay, that's for solving the puzzle in the next room.
Yay, we can open this thing now.
Some kind of mathematical puzzle.
What is What's your note say?
It basically tells you a lot of instructions on what each tile does.
All right, so this is a bunch of rules. Group C cannot have the same value as B or D.
Mm-hmm.
Total of blue must add up to 3. And most switches set to -1 must be red. I'm not understanding. Oh, up and down. Okay, up is
+1, down is -1.
+1, down is -1.
Mm-hmm.
So most switches set to -1 must be red. That means
I set them all next to -red because currently that makes sense.
well, it just means if you have 4 reds, then you can only have 3 others set to -1.
I know.
All right, the total of group B must be +2.
Yep. It's a bunch of
Green
conditions.
switch and B must be higher than any other green switch. Green switch in group B must be higher than any others.
At least it's a 1. Does that mean that that's if that must be higher than anyone, then that's
It
the
means
only one
no
that can be
other,
green can
yeah,
be
no other
+1.
green can be +1.
Yeah, then
All
next
other greens must be 0 or -1.
Mm-hmm.
The total of the green switches must be -1. So you got to have 2 green switches down and 1 neutral.
Yep.
Maximum of 5 can be set to +1.
Yep.
In group A, the green switch must be lower than the brown switch.
Yeah. Well, that means that at least has to be -1.
Absolutely. So that means the brown switch. Right.
Well, unless
Brown
it.
switch could go up.
Yeah, that's true. The brown switch could be plus. Yeah.
The total of group C must be lower than the total of group A. A lot of rules to follow.
It's a logical puzzle. Yeah. Yeah. No, it has different values. All of the switches have different values than group E. Now C has different values than group E and D. There you go. Yeah, that was the one thing that was missing. The values. Alright, what do we got for the planetarium? Still need a code for that.
Yep. 9872. Maybe.
Okay, where did you get that?
Maxima?
872. Nope. Oh, that's global minima.
Yeah.
We need global maxima. Is there other pages? No.
I don't See a way to change the pages.
No, there were some other ones where you could flip the pages and oh, never mind. Firm pages. There we go. Slime global maxima. Double. All right. A global maxima is a 5 combination. That's 18,295.
See if there's another one.
There isn't. Minima. There's Wilbur, which was, I don't know. He said he inscribed it on the back cover. Back cover of Maximus. Yeah, he inscribed it on the back cover of Maximus. Oh, there it is.
BFEH.
BFEH. So A was 0. So B.
So 1.
B1. Yep. F.
5.
5. Yep.
4.
What did you say? BF what?
7.
Okay. Yep. There we go. Now we have to. Now we have. Yeah. Now we have to set it to global maxima, which is that one.
Three 51935.
Did you see that? Oh, it opened. Cool. I didn't see that. Neat. Oh, that's for the door code with the B-wing. Keypad.
Yep.
Man, nice.
A lot of puzzles just open one door.
Yep. At least we're in B-wing now. And apparently we can get a shield.
Oh, no swords?
No sword, but we can get a shield.
There's a big scratch mark on it.
I see that.
Uh-oh, another one of these spy things.
Spy things. Oh, that one. Right. There's a large 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 letter combination thing under this painting over here. Yeah, Mr. Watson. Ah, okay, yeah. They mentioned that they had confiscated one of those spy things from the one of the spy assassins, and Mr. Watson was giving it to them. Anyway, dear Mr. Watson, I've installed the new electric locks and set the code for the one to your bedroom as instructed. I was not entirely sure which Hufels painting you meant, so I used the year for the newer one. However, I only had 3 locks, so I didn't actually have one for your office. I asked the security officer about it, and they told me that Frank had evidently scrapped the 4th lock for some parts long ago. Robert. Dear Mr. Watson, just before he left, General Wayne asked me to go around changing the combination to some of the locks, so I changed the code to the one alphabetical lock in your office, I noticed that the chessboard in your bedroom can generate codes based on the game state. So I used the code from that game you were in the middle of before the assassins were discovered. I doubt that the intruders can get into your bedroom, but you might want to move the chess piece around if you have memorized the code just in case. So we're not getting in, opening that until we get into the bedroom.
All right.
That's a lot of paper scraps. That, and then the final one needs to go up there. There we go. That's locked. That's locked.
Key code for that one. Or, I mean, digit.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Same for.
Uh-huh. Yeah, they said something about that. They were using the paintings or something like that.
I don't know.
They said something about using the paintings. I installed new electrical locks and set the codes for the one to your bedroom as instructed. I wasn't entirely sure which Hufflepuff painting you meant, so I used the year of the newer one. Oh, we need to find a Hufflepuff painting. Oh, we need to find Hufflepuff paintings and use the newer one. Must be more Hufflepuff paintings. He's got two in his office, but they're... Which
No,
one
you're just using the wrong door. Wrong door?
Oh, Andrew Watson. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I thought it was Walter Watson. I guess not. Dear Mr. Watson, just before he left yesterday, my husband told me to let you know that once he is finished with his urgent business, he'll take a train to Weckleton and wait for us. Also, he told me that you two were in the middle of a game of chess when he had to leave, and I asked me to tell you to record the moves of the match so you two could continue on later. And then it says C2 to C3, F7 to F6, D1 to A4.
Right. Go slower.
Okay. C2 to C3.
Okay.
F7 to F6.
Okay.
D1 to A4. D1
to, oh, D1.
Delta 1 to Alpha 4.
Okay.
Charlie 8 to Bravo 6. Charlie 8 to Bravo 6.
That doesn't make sense.
That's what it says. Charlie 8 to Bravo 6. Either that or they have so poor handwriting that they have a, that it's supposed to be a Delta and not a Bravo. But that would be really poor handwriting.
Can when I look at it.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah, that didn't make sense. That move was gonna put a bishop through a pawn.
There's a book over here about chess as well.
Is this board arranged wrong? I can't remember. Did the knights go next to the rooks or next to king and queen? Where did the bishops go?
Bishops go next to the king and queen.
Okay.
It is arranged correctly.
Is it saying to take c8, which is a bishop, and move it to b6, which is something that a knight would do? It's telling me to do that with a bishop.
That's true. That's a move a knight would make, not a bishop.
Yeah, I need to. There's a book about chess. Well, yeah, it has bishops next to king and queen. Proper starting setup.
But that's an
Illegal move.
That's an illegal move, yeah, because that's a move that a knight would make, not a bishop. Bishops move diagonally, they don't move two forward and one right or left.
And they had me do a knight and a bishop all the way across the board.
I see that. The bishop and the knights are... They're treating the knights as bishops and the bishops as knights.
And that is telling me to h8 to h7, but there's a pawn there. I can't put the rook on top of the pawn.
I don't know. I mean, you can place them around.
Yeah, but if you're gonna make a puzzle about chess, you gotta follow the basic rules of chess.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I mean, at least the h8 to h7 is a legal move if the pawn isn't there.
Right, but we're starting fresh as far as I can tell.
I don't know. Unless there's something I'm missing here. The chess variants presented in this chapter are all designed by the infamous Lord Magnus Coupling. Being a notorious sore loser, Lord MK created these variants to increase his chances of winning. While most of these setups might seem balanced at first glance, They have been designed to give one player a distinct advantage, such as they are not particularly suitable for high-level play between chess experts, as most of the games are guaranteed to lead to checkmate in just a few moves. While these
All right.
variants
And we're
might
looking
be,
for variant.
yeah, which variant? Does it say any? Oh, well,
I'm gonna look at the
letter.
positions
Well,
of
what
the.
what level? Does it say anything in the letter about which variant they were playing?
No, but based on the pieces and where he had me move them, I can guess. So let's go back. It's not gonna be this one because basically the positioning of the knights and bishops and the H7 needs to be clear. So variant 4.
Hmm?
Variant 4 has the knights next.
That has a shit ton of knights and bishops, and no.
Well, it's fine. I'm just saying that
Mhm.
that one would work because H7 is clear and
Right.
the knight.
So 10. Like, no.
Okay,
Oh,
I was looking at
H7. Right, right.
variant
Yeah, I see.
4.
Yeah, yeah.
Variant 4. Now I'm looking at other variants. So H7 needs to be clear. Let's see
Hmm.
what else.
That one, 8. But that doesn't fit up with some of the other
H.
moves, I think.
Number 8 had
Well,
number 8 white work. Um, and number 10 might work.
it's this note to self. Is that anything that we need to deal with now? Is it also just here? The note to self?
I didn't read it.
There's no note. There's nothing about it.
What was the last move?
Last move is G6 to 8, E8.
So G6 to E8
Yep.
would capture the king, and that would end the game in this normal. So that can't be a king
Okay.
because that would end the game. And
Hmm.
we go back to 4. Still could be variant 4. Could still be variant 8.
It cannot be variant 4 because we don't have that many knights. Do we? Oh yeah, we got 3 knights. Never mind. Variant 4 takes 3 knights and 3 bishops. So yeah. Variant 8 takes no bishops, but 2 towers and 2 knights. Variant 10 it can be as well. Yep. 4, 8, or 10. None of the other ones match.
Okay.
We need to place them and play them out to see.
That's what it looks like.
All right.
All right. Back row on each side from closest to furthest. Queen.
1 second. I need to have the pieces in line of sight, otherwise I can't place them on the board when I'm looking at the board. I need to move the board so I can actually see the pieces. Alright, just put them on the board for now. Doesn't matter.
Sorry, that was a king, not a queen.
That's fine. Alright, let's see here. So we start with a king.
Yep, king, then bishop.
Yep.
Then knight.
Mm-hmm.
Then bishop.
Yep.
Then knight, bishop, knight, and finally pawn.
Alright, next row.
It's all pawns except for missing one at the top.
Alright.
Far end.
Yep, okay. And I'll just mirror this. I'm guessing it's mirrored, right?
Yes.
This got to be the weirdest game of chess I've ever seen.
Well, it's not unheard of to have variants, but
Right. Wait,
pretty unbalanced variant because even they admit it.
we're missing a bishop for the white player. Yeah, we're missing a bishop for the white player.
Okay, so that's not possible to set up then.
Yeah, doesn't look like
We
it.
can assume that's not the correct variant.
Mm-hmm.
All right, variant 8. Ready for the setup?
Sure.
Back row is empty, then bishop, pawn, bishop,
Mm-hmm.
king, pawn, knight.
And nothing.
That's on the white side.
Oh, it's on the white side. All right, sorry. I'll go bishop, pawn, bishop, knight. Not knight.
Bishop,
king,
pawn, bishop, king,
pawn,
pawn, knight.
knight. Yep. Okay.
Front row for white side.
Mm-hmm.
2 empty spaces, then pawn,
Mm-hmm.
2 rooks, and then a pawn.
Okay.
Now ready for black side.
2 rooks and then another pawn. Yep. Black side.
Back row pawn, then rook,
Pawn, rook,
knight, king,
knight, king,
knight, empty, then rook,
knight,
then pawn.
NT, then rook, and then pawn.
Yep, and
Right.
front row is all pawns except the edges are empty.
Okay.
So A7 and H7 are empty.
Yep, that's set up now, the board.
Go. Alright, C2 to C3.
F7 to F6.
That's a bishop? That should be a pawn.
Yeah, that should be a pawn. No, it's just me. Yeah, I just wrongfully placed. There you go. Then D1 to A4. That's so far they're moving correctly that they're supposed to. And yeah, and then the final move, G6 to E8.
That's a really dumb move.
Yes.
Let's just sacrifice the bishop
Yes.
just to take a knight. That's not a trade up in most chess games.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. Do you want to go to the painting and I'll read this off?
Yeah, sure. I'll go. See if we got the correct code. All right. C.
Charlie Delta Alpha.
Charlie Delta Alpha. Yes.
Hotel
Yo.
Juliet.
Mm-hmm.
India
Yo.
Echo Golf.
Yep. And golf. Yep. It opened.
Nice.
This is a book with a lot of... Oh, Jesus. That's a lot of reading. This is
I'm
about...
not going to read it all. Let's just go over what looks relevant.
This is about
Knight stuff.
military and knight stuff, yep. Yeah, this is military and knight stuff.
Turn the pages.
Oh, sorry.
Keep going. Are there any more pages?
Nope, those are the 3 pages that there are. We still need to find all the knight stuff. Unless there's something I'm missing. We can take things off these knights, but I'm assuming that we need to...
Does it mention any names in the book? Sir Mammon, Sir Hilloy, Fife?
It just mentions title. There's a title, it's not the...
Okay.
Well,
So, we don't have any information on what these are then.
smallest units was a 3-man unit. Yeah, this is just about how, like, designations from them. Like, the second unit was in the size was Calot, which is made up of 10 Calbert units. The sergeant in charge of a Calot would easily coordinate. It's basically just like explaining what a unit size is.
Not helpful yet. Sounds like we'll learn what roles each of these knights played, and then
yeah, we'll have to outfit them.
Set their armor up, right?
Yeah, I see that. You also haven't found any swords or anything of the sort. So we're still missing a bunch of equipment for these guys.
I just noticed the telescope is set up to stare directly at the sun.
Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate.
There's a box on the side of this desk that has a wire coming out of it. And I can't interact with the box, but it looks like once you figure out where the secret switch is, you can
Oh yeah.
open the box.
What's in the box?
Oh. The note.
Was there a note that said something about that hidden switch?
Note to self.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, we can't take the flask?
Apparently not. Dear Mr. Watson, I thought I'd let you know that the code of the new electronic locks to my office is 5072. So if you need access to any of the documents in my room while I'm gone, you can get them yourself. Also, the same code also works for my bedroom. I am sure my wife will probably forget the codes, so now you know in case she comes asking you as well. 5072.
Some stuff about knights in this book.
Okay. Found another painting with another. This one has symbols on it as a code. And a stone with a scale that doesn't work. Painting bought at Hammershus, and then there's various amounts of paintings and what they cost and when they were made. It's a list of various paintings. Dear General Wayne, the security office asked me to temporarily move all the decorative weapons into the B-Wing storage closet. They also told me to give you the key in case you need it. Bertha. I got the key for the storage closet. Oh, I guess that's where all the weapons are. Oh, did you find the combination already in his bedroom? Nice. Yeah, there's a bunch of weapons in here. A lot of weapons in here. Any of these knives sharp that I can actually cut with it? Yep. The knife was sharp.
Did you steal the diamond?
No, I cut down the chandelier.
The whole point of cutting down the chandelier is to steal the diamond.
Okay.
I don't see it.
I don't see it either. I just cut
here
it down.
is.
Okay.
I don't know what to do with it. It's just a big
yeah.
rock.
Yeah.
Oh, you said there was a scale?
Yeah, there's a scale in the office, but it doesn't seem to work. Where did you see the code for the painting in here?
Code for the painting.
Yeah, you said you found the code for the painting for his office.
Oh, there's just a note in the drawer that said, code's this.
Okay, fair enough.
But now there's a number code.
Yeah, the scale doesn't work. Alright, I guess we need to solve the knights. Hey, got more collectibles. Right, there's more swords than there's knights. I'm gonna put them out on the floor. We'll have to figure out what goes where. Yeah, alright, I think that's all the weapons in here. Alright, let's take a look at this story. Alright, let's see here. By the year 1519, Sir Hilois and Sir Five were known to be working soldiers in the Murmansk mercenary regiment. Both Sir Hilary's and Sir Five gained some fame during this period for their fearsomeness. Sir Hilary's was especially known among his allies for his unconventional fighting style of using a long sword in one hand and wielding a mace in the other. Now we need to find a long sword and a mace for Sir Highland.
Yep. Hilloy.
Hillary's, yeah, Hillary's.
Okay.
Hill, weird O-I-S. All right.
All right.
The
And
yeah,
long. Do you have the other book that has? Oh, you got it. Okay.
it's there. Yeah, it doesn't depict what a longsword looks like, so you'll have to deduce which one is a longsword from the picture from the other swords, because there's only like peace swords, and
Nope, I got it.
is that the longsword you gave him? That that doesn't look like the longsword. That's the soldier one, isn't it?
There's a soldier's
Isn't
sword
that
and
the
a war officer's sword.
yeah? Isn't it the soldier sword you've given him? That's not a longsword then. If it's
Yeah, it's a long sword.
does the soldier sword say it's a longsword? Soldier sword, top. That doesn't say it's a longsword. That's a soldier sword.
It is a long sword.
Okay. Right.
Because it's not a rapier and it's not a mace, so it's a long sword.
That's nope. Then what's this?
That's another type of long sword.
Yes, it has to be a kind. guarantee you
war
it has to be
officer's
as
longsword.
okay. If you say so.
That's what this book says.
Uh
So
huh.
now he was a mercenary, right?
Yes, he was a mercenary.
Which means he gets the soldier's helmet, right? He's not a war officer or a peace officer.
Yep. So he was a mercenary regiment. And the
Okay, next guy.
same for Sir Five. He was also a mercenary.
Fife. I'm looking for him.
FYFE. He was also a mercenary, but it
Needs for helmet.
doesn't list what weapons he was wielding. Just lists that he was also a mercenary.
All right.
All right.
And
Yeah.
make note if any of them get promoted or something like that.
Coming up to that one, the earliest record of Sir Ranghier's involvement in the war was his promotion to captain during his acclaimed in the Battle of Beldoun in 1520. Thanks to this promotion, he was put in charge of Bernus, part of which was a calper made up of his three childhood friends, Sir Vilcrus, Sir Fife, and Sir Colig. Later in the same year, Sir Silric graduated as peace officer. Sir Selic. Sir Selic? Sir Cicely, I don't know. He graduated as peace officer. So Sir Five apparently became part of Calper. Became part of a Calper during that war. But I'm guessing he's still a mercenary. Just because he gets because it's Sir Rangier that led it, and he just had his three childhood friends in his unit, but that doesn't necessarily mean that Sir Fife wasn't still a mercenary at that time.
Okay, so we were looking at Rahe, right?
Yep, Rahe. He was promoted to captain. Rahe is the rank of a captain.
Bernus unit?
Yes, he was put in charge of a Bernus unit, part of which was a Calper made up of his three childhood friends. But yes, Rangier was put in charge of a Bernus unit.
Okay, keep going.
Sir Seeley was graduated as peace officer.
Okay, I gave him a peace officer helmet.
Yep. Okay. As I said, then the Calper was made up of his three childhood friends. That's about it. I don't know. Is there any designations to what they have if they're in a Calper? Like, do they have any like special weapons or armaments if they're in a Calper?
Okay.
Okay. So, near this, we're moving up in time. Near the city of Garnuk, the forces of Murmansk were ambushed by the forces of Hoperson. The situation looked grim, as much of the upper leadership of Murmanskian forces had been killed or severely wounded in the ambush. Further, the situation was made more dire by the fact that Hopsadian forces had additional cavalry regiments. In their desperate situation, Sir Rangier, the guy we just talked about, took charge of the Murmanskian forces and organized an efficient fighting retreat towards the nearby forest. The thicket of the forest provided cover for the army and rendered the Hopsadian cavalry ineffective. Using the forest to their advantage, the forces of Murmanskian managed to successfully escape their enemies. According to the records, Sir Velascosis died in the initial ambush after having been hit by an arrow to his neck, making him the first of the knightly order of Furendale to die. I don't know if there's a knightly order of Furendale thing.
No, that if it starts with a V, there's no knight. by that name here.
All right. Sir Ranghil's exemplary leadership was so
Rangheel. R-A-H-E-I?
Yeah, Ranghir, the guy we were just talking about before that
Just
got to
making sure.
captain. Yeah, same guy. The same guy we were talking about before. Sir Ranghir's exemplary leadership was acknowledged as he was promoted to the rank of general and was granted control over the forces he had led in battle. So he became a general. He went from a captain to a general.
Okay.
Many soldiers from the mercenary regiment were brought over to strengthen Sir Ranghir's including Sir Hilois, who reunited with Sir Fife and joined him and Sir Kolick in their Calber, assuming the role formerly held by Sir Valix.
Third name. What was it?
Sir Kolick.
After Fife.
Kolick.
Spelled?
K-O-L-I-K-E.
Oh,
Kolick.
never mind. He's not here.
Is Kolick? Yeah, I thought I saw him.
Oh, yes, he is. Okay.
Yeah.
So is that saying that he was an officer or what?
No, just says that he was.
Joined. Okay.
He was
Doesn't
part
say
of.
anything, though.
Nope, he was part of the Calber. That. All right, we're moving up in history. Using his cunning and diplomatic skills, Sir Setley managed to negotiate peace with the kingdom of Hopensur. For this achievement, Sir Selit was promoted to the rank of High Peace Officer. Cetelei.
Yep.
He
Got
was
him as a peace officer already.
High Peace Officer.
Yeah, there's no difference.
Okay. I don't know. Around the same time, the two youngest of the knightly order of Firkendale, Sir Massey and Sir Mammon, had just graduated as sergeants from the War Officer School, and each were put in charge of a Charlotte within Sir Ranghir's Earls. So Sir Massey and Sir Mammon are sergeants at this point.
Okay.
Sir Ranghir, being worried about the safety of his friend, tried to promote them to get them away from the vanguard. Sir Mammon, wanting to always fight in the front line alongside his men, rejected all offers of promotion in order to ensure the safety of Sir Mammon. Sir Ranghir created a new regiment type which he called the Loonies. The new regiment was designed specifically to combat enemy cavalry forces. Sir Ranghir put Sir Mammon in charge of the Loonies. He promoted Sir Messi to the rank of captain and gave him control of a burners, as well as the command over Sir Mammon and his Loonies. So Sir Mammon is put in charge of a Loonies, which is an anti-cavalry unit, and Sir Messi gets promoted to the rank of captain.
Got that.
Okay. Near the river banks or Björks, the Earls, led by Sir Ranghir, was being pursued by the forces of Burgerland. In order to ensure the safe retreat route, Sir Ranghir ordered Sir Messi to secure the Bringham Bridge with a swift offensive charge. Sir Messi took control of the bridge. Sir Setley, who had been accommodating the forces, saw an opportunity to strike a major blow against the enemies by attacking a nearby village that was crucial to Burgerland's army supply route. He urged Sir Messi to attack the village, but Sir Messi refused, as he believed it was more important for them to take control of the bridge. Sir Selhi technically outranked Sir Messi, using his status to seize command of Sir Mammon and his Loonies, and took them to attack the village, leaving Sir Messi to guard the bridge with a single burners. The forces of Burgerland saw his opportunity and launched an attack against the forces guarding the bridge. In the following battle, Sir Messi's burners took heavy losses. According to the sources, Sir Fife was wounded in battle, which ended his military career. Both Sir Kolick and Sir Hilois died during the fighting. Reportedly, Sir Hilois was killed by an enemy seized who seized Sir Hiloy's axe and used it to strike him down. So he was killed with his own axe, Sir Hiloy's.
Okay.
Sir Mammon, having convinced the soldiers of the Lunas to ignore Sir Siddle's orders, returned with the Lunas. Yep, go ahead.
Who is Heloy? How do you spell his name?
Hillois. Hilois. Sir Hilois. He was killed by an
I
enemy
don't see a
who's.
Heloy. I'm not seeing one.
Okay. Well, reportedly,
Wait.
Sir.
Heloy was the guy with 2 weapons, wasn't he?
Yeah. Well, it says right here, reportedly Sir Hilois was killed by an enemy who seized Sir Hiloy's axe and used it to strike him down. Apparently he switched from using a longsword and a mace to using an axe now.
Okay.
That's what it says. It hasn't, it's the same guy, but it's just said that he had an unconventional fighting style, using a longsword in one hand, wielding a mace in another, and then later on it literally says that reportedly, Sir Hilois was killed by an enemy who seized Sir Hilois' axe and used it to strike him down.
Okay.
Kind of a weird way to put it, because you would say that he was struck down with his own axe instead of, I don't know. Anyway, we'll continue. Sir Mammon, having convinced the soldiers of the Lunas to ignore Sir Seelit's orders, returned with the Lunas to attack the enemy forces in the rear and caused them to rout. In the aftermath of the battle, Sir Seelai, being commended for his actions, was demoted back to peace officer and sent away from the battlefield. So he got demoted from high peace officer to peace officer.
Doesn't change anything.
And that's it. There's nothing more. That's the story. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't mention anything about shields, doesn't mention anything about swords or anything like that. Well, I mean, there's a peace officer sword, but yeah, that's about it.
Alright. This is the best I could get it.
I think that's wrong, because I think I'm reading here military tactics. The smallest units of the Murmansk army were the 3-man Kalber. In this unit, 2 of the men were armed with large round shields, and longswords were placed in front, where the 3rd man was armed with a narrow shield, and an axe was placed behind them in the center. So that means Sir Hiloy would have gone away from his 2-hand fighting and used a shield and an axe. And then the 2 other ones would have been the vanguards, which means they would have used longswords and shields, because they were in the Kalber.
So Hiloy would have used a narrow shield and an axe?
Yes, that's what it says, because he is.
Right.
In the story, it said that he was killed with his own axe, or with his axe. And he was part of the Kalber. That means he would have been the one with the axe, and then there would be 2 others that would have the round shields and long swords. The 2 ones, those 2 would be. Let me find them here. Kolik and Kolike. He would be one of them. And Fife, Fyfe, would be the other one. Kolik
Round
and
shield
Fife.
and longsword, right?
Round shield and longsword, yeah. They would have.
Kolik was an officer, correct?
Kolik. Let me see. Where was he mentioned? I don't think Kolik was an officer. Kolik was just a regular dude, I think. So there's a 5. So here was reunited with Sir and Sir Kolik in the Calvert, assuming the role formerly held by this. No. There's nothing about Kolik being an officer. Nope. Nothing about Kolick being an officer.
What about Mammon? Did Mammon eventually get promoted?
So Mammon, having convinced the so, yes, Mammon was promoted. He was put in charge of a Lunis.
I thought he didn't want to get promoted.
He didn't want to get promoted, so they made a special unit for him, an anti-cavalry unit, and put him in charge of it.
That doesn't necessarily mean he's an officer.
No, not necessarily, but he does get put in charge of it. The Lunas was a specialized American military unit developed in the 1500s, consisting of around 70 men. It was designed to combat enemy or cavalry. The soldiers of the Lunas including the sergeant in charge, were armed with pikes, spears, halberds, and other two-handed polearms.
Okay, he was a sergeant.
So he would have been a sergeant, yeah. A Mammon would have been a sergeant, Yen. Yeah. And let's see here. Seedlai.
He would have had a.
Seedlai was his superior, because he ignored Seedlai's orders. And
Steadily. I'm not worried about him.
okay.
We need to find a two-handed weapon for Mammon because it sounds like he was.
Yeah.
That's what we're missing.
Yeah, I'm missing some kind of two-handed weapon.
There's also a safe in this office that we haven't opened yet.
Not seeing any. Oh, don't mind. I found it. It's behind the door. There you go. Mammon now has a pike. Or a halberd, actually. I think that's a halberd. Yeah, that's a halberd. Right. No mention if he probably wouldn't have had a shield if he was using a two-handed weapon.
Correct. We don't have enough shields for everyone.
That makes sense then. Alright, so those were correct. Then so Reng here, he was basically the whole commander of everything.
I gave him the fanciest looking officer's sword I could find.
War officer sword, you mean, yeah. Is that the war officer sword?
Yeah. Officer's sword. What does that look like?
His officer sword is a saber or a rapier. I don't think he wasn't a peace officer. He was the highest. He was a general, so he would have just had the war officer sword, I think. I don't think he would have had a peace officer sword. So Seedley was a peace officer. Not a high peace officer, just a regular peace officer.
He gets the one guard rapier.
Okay.
This is the peace officer's rapier.
Okay.
He doesn't get that high peace officer's saber.
No, because nobody was a high peace officer, I think.
So war officer's sword has double guard. It's a long sword looking thing.
Yep, I think I gave it to him already. Then we need Sokolik. He would need a long sword. Yeah, and a big round shield. Sealight doesn't need the big round shield. That goes to Kolik.
you sure?
I am. Because Kolick was in the was part of the Kelper, and the Kelper is made up of a vanguard of 3 people, where 2 of them have big round shields and 1 has an elongated shield. So yes, Kolick gets the big round shield and a longsword. Question is, I think the helmets are wrong on Mammon and Kolick.
Okay. Mammon currently has an officer's helmet.
Okay. Kolick wasn't an officer either, as far as I could tell. Let me see here. Yeah, he was a peace officer, Sea Light. See here, there was one. Which one was it again? So Mammon was definitely an officer. So Messi might not have been.
Well, we have 2
No, Messi got promoted to.
non-officers. 3.
Yes, yeah. Never mind. So Messi got promoted to the rank of captain, so that is an officer. So
Yeah.
and Sir Mammon got promoted to and gave him
He was a
control of the
sergeant.
bonus.
That's not an officer, though.
Well, as well as command over Sir Mammon and his Lunaris. So yeah, I don't know. I'll have to find more about the other guys. Let's see, Sir Kolick and Sir Hilois. They died. Sir Hilois was an enemy. Sir Messi and Sir Mammon. I need to find out more about Sir Fife and Sir Hiloi and Sir Kolick. Helped by Sir Vindic. Childhood friends. Surrounding to charge of movement forces. Very the thicket of what was interested using to records. So it died in the initial ambush. So bring here exemplary leadership. Must soon acknowledged. Was promoted to the rank of general. That's fine. Many soldiers from the mercenary regiment were brought over to strengthen Sir Rang's including Sir Hilois, who reunited with Sir Fife and joined him and Sir Kolick in the Calber. There's nothing that says that they wouldn't be officers unless it says something about one of the guys in the Calber being an officer. Calbers. Smallest unit in the unit. 2 of the men armed with the large round shields and long swords were placed in the front, where the third was armed with a narrow shield and a axe were placed behind them in the center. The 2 men in the front would fight defensively, while the third man was create an opening by using his axe to hook enemies' shields and pull them down. The 2 men in the front would take advantage of the opening, striking enemies. The second, that's just a nope. The second unit was Charlotte, which was made up of 10 Calber units. The sergeant in charge, yeah, they would just be regular guys. So far,
the process of elimination says that only helmet left is an officer and has to go on Colic.
Kolick isn't an officer.
But we only
No,
we have an officer.
Mammon is an officer.
A sergeant is not an officer.
Oh. Well, Kolick is definitely not an officer.
Okay.
Because he's just a part of the Calber. Neither were Hilois or Fife. They were also just soldiers.
Okay.
What's this one? Messi. Nothing about. Wait. Let me see here. Can't be used. Burners was made up the commanding.
Does anyone get a saber? That's not the. No, I guess it's not used.
Burners and 3 to 3. And a few hundred mercenaries. The Earth commanding the general. With a couple of peace officers and a sail high peace officer assisting him. The Lunas were specialists. Doesn't mention their armaments specifically. The officers of my split up into 2 groups: war officers and peace officers. War officers specialized in battlefield tactics, and peace officers specialized in developments. Those graduated.
There's only one peace officer to worry about, and it's
yes,
steadily, and he's got peace officer sword, peace officer helmet, the shield.
Yeah, because he was a high officer, but he got demoted after the failure, after he misused
He doesn't have the high officer
Yeah.
sword. He's got the low peace officer. I'm confident we have him right, except for maybe his shield, but there's no really no reason to swap his shield right now.
No. Let's see here. Unlike the war officers, the peace officers usually left the shields undecorated. In addition, the shield officers also receive specialized helmets and weapons. So the peace officer had undecorated shield.
Yeah, there's a shield that's undecorated. I had the wrong one on him.
There we go.
Yay.
And some kind of code. 5252?
That was the door code.
I did some snooping around in the B wing and managed to figure out that the code to the safe in General Wayne's office is 5252.
Oh, that's right. Coin?
Kind of lantern.
I don't know what to do with the coin.
I don't know either.
Anything on the lantern?
I mean, you can. There's nothing special on it. I mean, maybe it'll light up or something. I don't know if we have to light up an area. I can turn it on and off. Oh, it's a UV light. I see. Well,
fancy.
Go around and see if there's anything that pops. Nothing here. That I can see, at least. No, nothing here.
Try all the rooms.
Yeah, I'll walk around and see if there spots anything. There, 2. Okay, so it's written on the paintings. We probably have to have them in numerical order.
Yeah. Alright.
Order of when they were. Maybe order of purchase?
I'm thinking that.
Yeah, you have to go for the order of purchase.
Oh. The UV light lit up the painting.
Oh, I see.
Here.
I see.
So the Mary Roscoe is the 5th one.
Okay. Mary Roscoe is 2.
Oh, come back over here for a second so I can memorize.
Sure. I'm gonna go around and check all the paintings. Tell you what the numbers are on them.
Okay.
I'm gonna go check paintings. So the Hasselhoff from 1836 is 4.
The Roman numeral 4?
Roman numeral 4, yeah. The something Madrid or something from 1915 is 3.
Okay.
The Bobbitt Rossen from 1882 is 8.
Okay.
Then there was the Mary Rusco, which from 1933, which was 2. We missing
Looking
any?
for Gunther McCall, 1914.
All right.
Called Happiest Day of My Life, so it might be in a bedroom.
Could be. I'll check the bedrooms. I thought I already looked, but I'll check. Is that 1914? This wasn't.
Gunther Melanchol.
Oh, 5. V. So 5.
Alright, pretty sure it's 58342.
Okay. Find the hidden room. Oh boy.
Rocks.
That's a lot of various chemical things here. Oh, that's a lot. A lot of chemical bottles with lots of labels on them. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Holy hell.
What is this? Do you want to go first?
I don't think it works. We need to power it
Yes,
first.
when we get to work, do you want to go first?
Sure. We have to put in the coordinates as a teleporter that we were given from the start. Oh boy. Lots of chemical stuff here. I think we have to find the diamond, basically. We have to test the
There's a
diamond.
notepad there that you can see their results of certain experience. I don't know what our goal is, though. And did you get the diamond?
No, I haven't gotten the diamond. It's still back in the office.
Might not be a diamond. It's just a large white crystal.
Yep. Well, that's what that's probably what we need to figure out. There's another diamond. Got a green diamond, a red diamond, and a clear diamond. Gonna go back to the beginning and get the coordinates. Well, we have to teleport to.
Oh.
Was in the note where the coordinates we have to teleport to. These ruined materials get the appropriate in the appropriate way once you get the charge. Okay. So it looks like we need to make like a power crystal or something. So one of these is broken. And it has yellow dust around it. That rock is literally glowing. Don't use without permission.
Oh, I already turned it on.
It just says don't use without permission.
Screw Frank. He's a dictator.
Yeah, I think you put the gem in there and something happens.
Something like that. The crystallizer can be used to synthesize Daragems by utilizing one of them as a starting product and adding additional substances to the machine. Generally speaking, a successful process requires one gem, one acid or alkaline, and one catalyst.
Right.
So that machine is for making
Right. You
duplicates.
put these in here and then.
Well, it's for making duplicate gems if we need to create new gems.
We do, because we need to put gems in here to power this whole thing. And I'm guessing we need 2 red gems and 3 yellows? Question mark?
Where are you getting that idea?
Because there's 2 yellow cables and 3 yellow cables. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
So if you look closely at the bottom right one, it's broken.
Yeah,
that's the power cable. So
yeah, that's the yellow
definitely
one.
only need 5 gems.
Yep, that's the yellow thing that's here on the.
If you look at this clipboard, they did an experiment with A, C, V, F, and another C.
Okay.
There's a partial success. They maintained the connection for a few minutes. I think we need to make that same things. Arcanite. Let's start with Arcanite.
Okay. Failed. Partial success. Failed. Yeah, okay.
Arcanite. How do we make Arcanite, or what does it look like?
There's a book. There's always
This
a book.
is a substitute for diamonds due to similar appearance.
Used in most common is jewelry and chandeliers due to its nature's hardness. It's a diamond. We have one of those.
Well, yeah, it's that chandelier piece.
Yep.
All right. Kahal site with an H. We need that one.
Okay, and what's that one?
Brownish gem synthesized from antite. Antite is opaque gray. Used to synthesize other gems.
Okay.
So Cahalcite is a brownish gem.
Yep. So we need to make a brownish gem.
Well, there's brownish gems over here. How do we know what these are? Actually, I don't even know.
Oh, I didn't even see the brownish gem. I thought it was just the gray one that we made that.
All right, so let's just experiment and see what happens if we try to make something. That way we can identify these for sure.
Sure.
Antite is used to synthesize other gems, and we want to make Cahalcite. What does it say to make Cahalcite? Antite, nitric acid, and titanium oxide, 160 volts.
Okay.
So we're guessing this is antite.
The gray one in there, yep. And then we need, what did we need? What kind of acid that we need?
Nitric acid, titanium oxide.
Got nitric acid, but it's diluted. I don't know if it has to be undiluted. Sulfuric acid. It looks like there's only. Looks like there's only diluted nitric acid, so we'll try. Doesn't matter which one of them it goes into, I guess. It goes into one of them. Then what?
Titanium oxide. Here we go.
Okay. That's it? Those two are... What was it?
That's what it says.
Okay, and then set it to 160 volt. Uh-huh. Nope.
So that might be the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Keep the other chemicals in there.
So what you said there was a grayish thing.
Opaque gray gem.
Like, would be this one maybe? That's not a gray gem, that's more bluish.
It should be that. Use at least 100. Maybe we need to go higher voltage.
Okay, it can only go one more up, then it pops the... It can only go up to 240. Yep. Unless there's something about nitric acid. During our stop in Fernheim, we received a large shipment of antite and granadite. Due to the delays with shipments, we were unfortunately unable to restock our dwindling supply of ferroslite. We also put an order in for a shipment of calladite and berylcite for next month. Reminder, if you run out of a stronger version of any of the acids, you can use the diluted versions as a substitute as long as you also add rohidium. Just remember that rohidium is extremely expensive, so most of the time you should just wait until we restart. So we need rohidium as well. Similar, you can substitute the diluted version of the alkaline solutions for a stronger version if you add palladium. So we need rohidium in there as well, because it's diluted the nitric acid. That's at 200 and something. It needs to be at 160.
Oh, you took the rock out.
Yeah, I took the rock out as well. That looks right. That's a brown rock.
So, we lost the gray one.
Yeah, we have tons of gray rocks that are right below the table.
Oh, okay. I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of blue ones as well. I don't know what the blue ones are.
It's set right here, what they are. So we know that... So the blue one would be granadite. G-R-A-N-D-I-D-I-T-E. Granadite.
Okay. Well, we got the calcite. That's what we need.
That's the brown one that goes in as well. All right. What was the next one?
Where'd you put the calcite? Did you put it in the...
I put it in the
Nice.
Thing already. Then we need something that I am not even going to try and pronounce.
Starts with a V.
Uh-huh. Yes.
That's good enough. Radioactive purple.
Okay. Well, we need
Size from other radioactive.
we need yeah, use as high voltage as possible. So 240 volts. We can't go higher than that. We need beryllicite. And beryllicite, we need the gray rock with lithium hydroxide and titanium oxide at 240 volts. So grab the gray rock and add lithium hydroxide and titanium oxide and set it to 240 volts. Got it?
Looking for the lithium.
Lithium hydroxide and titanium oxide. Lithium hydroxide, it's diluted, however. So we need to add...
We still need rhodium? Or is that for something else?
Rhodium was if it's diluted. You can use... So it says here, you can... If you only have the diluted version, you have to substitute it using rhodium. You can do the same with the alkaline solutions for stronger versions if you add palladium. So if it's an alkaline solution, it needs palladium. If it's not, it needs rhodium.
We need palladium then. Where's palladium?
I don't know. I have no idea where the palladium is. I don't see it anywhere. Just use the rhodium. Maybe we got it wrong. Maybe it's not an alkaline solution.
Chemical inventory, 0 palladium.
Okay. So, we need to use the rhodium then.
Well, if it explodes, it's not my fault.
Has to be set to 240 volts. We need palladium then, by the looks of it. Have the antite, lithium hydroxide, titanium oxide, and set it to 240 volts. That's nitric acid. That's not titanium. What's the nitric acid doing in there? Where did the titanium go?
On the table.
Okay. That's the rhodium. That goes in there as long as there we go. And then there and there. Nope. Weird. That's what it says. Lithium hydroxide, titanium oxide, but you have to use Is there any way to synthesize palladium? No. No, it is right. If it is an alkaline, we need palladium. So we can't do that? Yeah. It's an alkaline, so we would need palladium, which we don't have. So
Okay.
of the alkaline solution for a stronger version if you add palladium. Yeah, we can't make that one then because we don't have palladium. So the V thing doesn't work. Sound like a page 2 on this? No. Seems like there's more pages to it, but I guess not. Is there anything that can substitute the Velkinidia thing?
I don't know why we didn't just try to make the V thing.
Because we don't have beryllicite. Do we? It's a purple rock, you said.
Oh, I looked at the wrong one. It's a green one.
If we have have the green rock, then yeah, definitely we can make that straight away. All right, then we need for the Velki V thing, we need the green rock. Then we need methaholic acid and copper oxide. It needs to be at
Voltage.
as high as possible. That looks like a purple glowing rock.
All right. Next
Is
V thing.
ferrospite thing, which we don't have either, so we have to make that. That is made with Geuspar. Geuspar. Geuspar.
I have no description of that.
Remember to make sure that the Geuspar has been properly cleaned. Well, what does it say about the ferroslite? Yeah, what does it say about the ferroslite?
Don't have a description.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Interesting. On the oxidization of geospite. When in contact with oxygen, the oxidization process causes various impurity in the form of the surface of geospite over time, decreasing the surface area available for the chemical reaction. As such, it is vitally important for the validation of our experiment that we only ever use clean geospite. To that end, geospite should ideally be only stored in an airtight vacuum container. Should it prove necessary, geospite can be cleansed by fully immersing it in strong alkaline solution in room temperature for at least 8 hours. Okay.
Well, I'm not waiting 8 hours, so...
Is that the red gem? Or is it this one over here, the blue one? I mean, it doesn't... That's not... I mean, that's not in a airtight container or anything like that. No, that's the. It has to be these ones, the impure ones. These ones that are a bit cloudy. Say anything about it? No, that's just which one we have. What we have in storage. Well, ferrospite. Also put in. Yeah. Could be the cloudy one here. I don't see that anywhere else. Was that just on a shelf or was that just lying here already, the cloudy one here? These ones?
I don't know.
Okay. I mean, there's no place we can even submerge them for 8 hours in an alkaline solution, so. I always try and put it in and see what happens.
What are you trying to make?
The juice bite thing, right? Wasn't that the one we were missing, or just missed something? Oh yeah. That's the yeah. We're trying to make ferroslite, so yeah, we need to put that in the machine then. So that would go in that one, yeah. If we think that's geospite, then we need beryllium hydroxide and copper oxide. Barium hydroxide and copper oxide. Yeah, barium hydroxide and copper
Voltage?
oxide. 160. Just to make sure that it's clean beforehand, but I have no idea how. Yeah, I don't know how you would clean it. We don't have palladium, so that doesn't work because we could make it, but we need palladium. That doesn't work. I just gotta try some of the other rocks. Yeah, sure, try that one. Try some of the other rocks, see if it's the right one. Doesn't seem like there's any. It's just trial and error, right? That one was from the office. He was hammering on it. One of the officers. So he could have been trying to clean that one, the red one.
Good idea.
Doesn't look like it. Yep. Copper hydroxide and barium oxide. Yeah, that is. Yep. Now this is it. What we'll see. Yeah, no. This doesn't do anything. This wasn't anything. Brown one here. Nope. It says to make sure that it's clean, but I don't even know where you would clean it. We just need the ferro thingamajig. Ferrosite thing.
I don't think we're gonna get it.
Just try the red one and just see what happens.
Well, the red one is described in that book.
Is the red one described in the book for anything?
You gotta read the book. It tells you what the red one is.
Okay. No changes depending on the thickness and the shape. Bright red light. It can be used to generate large amounts. Oh, is that the brunite? It's also very prone to fractures. Okay. Slightly radioactive. Gray gem. Opaque gem. Huh. So the red one is the brunite thing, the one that exploded. Brunite, yeah. It's brittle. That emits a brightly red light. It can be used to generate large amounts of energy. However, brunite is highly unstable, and obviously, it's very prone to fractures. Then isn't that the ferrocite? He just says he was running tests on it.
Well, not necessarily.
It doesn't say. I can't see the ferrocite described anywhere.
Oh, Bunadite emits blindingly bright red light. So
Yeah,
that's not blindingly bright.
Nope. I think this is just ferrocite.
I think it is.
Put it in. Let's lock it in and see what happens. Alright. Let's go. Yep. Well, it's just a matter of putting the red gem in.
Okay.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to leave a like and a comment down below. And if you enjoyed this content, then be sure to subscribe for more just like it. Until next time, I've been Wazka and you've been awesome, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye for now.